Hi guys, hope you are doing good. Welcome to another episode of Sifo's Kitchen Rules. So on today's episode, I was like, let's go down memory lane. And this memory lane is Erez. Actually, it's a beautiful story because Erez is where I met my beautiful wife. So this recipe, reminds me of Rez, and it's one of those recipes I was experimenting, and I actually nailed it. There's a funny story to it, but I'll tell you all about it. So what is it? It's a pilchard pasta. I know, doesn't sound like, wow, but yeah, pilchard and pasta, if you know, and you are based in South Africa, it's one of those staples for students, Erez.
Yeah.
But I don't know, for me it was. So yeah, today I'm gonna show you. But of course now I've zhuzhed it up, I've upgraded the recipe. So yeah, let's get going. So in front of me, as you can see, we have water. So we're gonna start with the pasta. So
Pilchard. You know, we call pilchards tin fish.
tin fish, Nati. Tin fish, that's the proper name. So water, salt. Just a little bit of salt. And then Rez, I think my recipe, I said macaroni, the plain one, but today I was feeling adventurous. I'm like, why not use a different kind of pasta? I don't know, the name is quite, it's Luma. I don't want to even try.
Try.
I don't want to fussy something, but yeah, story for another day. Do you add oil to your pasta or not? I don't add oil. I used to add oil in Rez, but yeah. Up until I became a good cook. So make sure that the water is boiling, and then you're just gonna stir that. So I was adventurous. This is more like of a big, you're gonna see when it's cooked, it's gonna be really big and chunky. Okay, is my stove still on? Okay, perfect. So al dente, that's what we want. Let me just put this side. So we're gonna cook it al dente. And then next, let's remove this. And then let's get chopping. Okay, as you can see, the pasta is getting cooked. It's what I was saying, like being adventurous. I don't know, I can't even scoop it, but it's one of those big pasta screws. I think it's gonna be nice because with screws, they hold the sauce, so hence I was adventurous. Okay, and then I'm done chopping, and we're gonna start working on that pilchard sauce. It's tomato, it's really spicy, and you can control it. If you do not like spicy things, you can omit some other things with recipe. So yeah, let's get going with that. Right, guys, the pasta is ready. And the trick with it, do not overcook it, just al dente. It must still maintain the structure.
What does this al dente you keep saying?
Al dente, it's an Italian word for pasta. So, but it's more about the texture of it. So when you're in Italy, but mostly anyway, pasta mustn't be pop. It mustn't be too soggy. So it must still have structure, but still chewable. So yeah, it's used to describe that. Right, in goes the onion. So the pan was already piping hot, so you want to make sure that this is really hot, just to help cook down the onions. And then I'm also adding green pepper. If you do not have green pepper, any bell pepper works. Can you do this without the pepper? Yes, of course. Sifo's Kitchen Rules. I give you tips and tricks, but feel free to adapt it. Right, so we're just gonna cook this up until it's nice and translucent. So 4 to 5 minutes should be fine. Just make sure you constantly stir, né? Okay.
So when you were making this in university, were you using green peppers?
University, you know, you use whatever you have. So, as I said, this recipe is like, it has a story to it, but I've adapted it and just remixed it. I think in university, sometimes it just depends on what time of the month it is. But if the month is really not good, onion should do on its own. That's why I said, like with recipes like this, you just adapt it as you go. Use whatever you have. If you do not have green, you can use red, yellow, and you can omit the peppers. So, but this is just to add that nice space for the pilchard sauce. So, an onion alone will do, because even the next step where we add garlic. But garlic, I think it's one of those things I realized, Erez, that it adds a nice fragrance to each dish. So I remember there's a story when I was cooking because we had a communal kitchen, and I was cooking pilchard. And then a friend of mine walks in, is like, oh, Sino. They used to call him Sino back in Varsity. Cannot wait to taste the stew. Then I'm like, what stew? I was like, no, it's a spaghetti kitchen. I'm like, sorry to burst your bubble, it's not stew, it's actually pilchard. So yeah, I think that's one of the things also that kept motivating me, because when I was in the kitchen, people used to know, there's some guys that even still tell stories like, yeah, we knew if this guy was in the kitchen, we mustn't go because he was going to embarrass us or whatever. But yeah, there's also something about, so this was me, like in pharmacy. That's how far back this recipe takes me. So yeah, in the Nelson Mandela University, I think that's what it's called now. But before we used to call it NMMU. So yeah.
That's so interesting. So what inspired you to actually make this? What was happening?
I don't think there's inspiration. It's just kucha was a res. Guys, we know res students who don't have money, and pilchard was the closest thing to inyama, I guess. So yeah, because if you ask, I think this recipe is common to everyone. Like some will eat it with rice or pap, but pilchard, yeah, it's one of those staples. And also growing up, I remember when there's no meat, pilchard was our go-to. So yeah. But then I think with flavors, yeah, I started playing around, like infusing it with tikka. I think before this was like the sauce, and I could see the taste, the spiciness, and yeah, it's a matter of just playing with what you have. I think I'm gonna crank the heat up a little bit here.
You always say you like cooking on high heat.
Yeah, high heat is the best, as long you're gonna watch. Because some people will turn the heat on high and then go on WhatsApp or Instagram and then forget that they are cooking. So yeah, high heat, as long you're also involved, it's always the best for me. Right, I think let's give this like a minute or two. Let it build, and then yeah. Let me tell you about where we're at. So as you can see, I'm in a beautiful studio here in Durban, River Horse Valley. It's called Taste Love Kitchen. So this studio was kind enough to say, Sifo, come through, let's collab, so that you can shoot your Sifo's Kitchen rules, and I'm so grateful for that. So guys, make sure you check them out, Taste Love Kitchen. And if you're a content creator, cook, or brand, or just an ordinary person who wants their videos to look really good, make sure you contact the studio. And guys, they are very affordable. And as you can see behind me, this is beautiful. It makes it really look like a proper kitchen. So yeah, Taste Love Kitchen, visit their website, and ningalibala subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Right, this is fine. So now I'm adding garlic. So it's crushed or garlic paste, or you can use fresh garlic, whatever you have. Let me add that. So trick with garlic, makes the food really smell good and also taste good, but you don't want to overpan it. So a minute is more than enough. So give that a stir. You can smell that.
That smells amazing.
It smells good. That's the trick, garlic. All right. Then let's try add the spice. So with this, you can also, if you have tomato paste, you can also add that just to intensify the tomato flavor. So yeah. So here I just have like a mild curry powder. Chili for the heat. So green or red chili. And as I said, if you do not like spicy, you can omit that. Just give that a stir. Here we're just releasing the flavors of curry, so a minute is more than enough. Okay. And of course, like if you have things like fresh herbs, feel free to add those just to play around with the dish. Right.
What would you say is the difference between a stew and a curry?
That's actually a very interesting take, because even when you go on Google, they still give you like different answers. But I think with curry, it's like intense spices, like your Indian flavored spices, and then stew is more like mixed thing together, but it's like less intense spices. I think that's how I would identify it, because to be honest, these things are the same in terms of like cooking method. Right.
That makes sense. I also would say curry is more spicy.
Yes, because I think if it's not spicy, I don't know if you're allowed to call it a curry. So we're adding tomatoes, chopped tomatoes. If you have canned tomatoes, you can always use that. I'm just gonna cook this down. And then secret sauce, so sweet chili, just to balance the heat.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I said Sifo's Kitchen Rules is about plugging you guys, so plugging you.
So what's the secret behind the steer sauce?
So the tikka, spicy tikka sauce, the first time I used this was in Res, and I never looked back. Put it in a dish. I think it was chicken the first time, not the Pilchard dish. And yeah, people enjoyed the dish, and I was like, I also enjoyed it. So from there, it was like my friend. So it's nice and spicy, but yeah, it has a nice thing to it. You're gonna taste it. So don't be shy. Go all in. It's gonna add to that flavor. So we're just gonna mix this. Mix this. You can smell those aromas. And then what's left for us to do now? Yeah. There's that sweetness from the sweet chili, balancing the heat. Oh. The heat always gets me. Hey, I feel like I'm too weak. And then here, I have pilchard. It's canned pilchard. Today we're using the one in the tomato base. I think there's different flavors. So for me, the tomato one is, res one. So if you do not have it, I'm sure you can use any other flavor. So
the chili one is the one to go.
The chili one. I think because we already have chili. So yeah.
Sure.
I think just we'll add a little bit of water. We want those juices so that we get everything. So ta-da, magic. So this is some of the leftover pasta water. Just gonna add that in. And then give it a stir. Ooh, the smell reminds me of Res.
You're taking us back.
Yeah, taking you back. So what I'm gonna do, I still want the pilchard to be in chunks, so I'm not mashing it too much. And then probably gonna lower the heat, adjust the salt and pepper, and then let it simmer, maybe for like 5 to 8 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and add the pasta. This smells really good. Pepper always does the trick. Ooh. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna let this simmer, lower the heat, and then I'll show you guys how to finish the dish. And that's it, we're done. See, under 30 minutes. Quick and easy.
Oh yes, Kanja, we're doing a series. Recipes under 30 minutes.
Yeah. Recipes that are very, very quick, but super delicious. So this one, like you can see, you can just fix it up. Coming back from work, you're tired, lazy to cook. This is the answer. And it's still super delicious. Okay. We'll come back. Okay, as you can see, it's nice. The sauce is still like a little bit chunky. We're not breaking up the pilchard that much. And yeah, we've just let this simmer on low heat for like 6 minutes or so. remember the pasta that we cooked, so we're adding that back in. So just do this.
Hey, when I used
And
to
then
eat
mix
this
it up.
meal, there was always more pasta than the sauce.
There's always more, yeah.
Way more pasta.
Yeah, the trick with pasta dishes, more sauce, less pasta. Then you get to enjoy. Because yeah, if there's too much pasta, it soaks up the sauce and then it becomes very dry. See, this looks good.
That does look
The
juicy.
colors are still popping, and yeah, who knew Pilchard can be the starring of the dish?
Hey, you know?
So guys, do not sleep on Pilchard.
Yeah, sometimes we sleep on the, what we call, either basic meals or humble meals.
Yeah, Kanti, this can do this. I'm happy with it. We'll just switch off the heat and plate. Just under 30 minutes and you have a Pilchard pasta. Sifo's kitchen rules. I always got you guys. So yeah. Okay guys, now the moment of truth. Let's taste and see what's the fuss with this Sifo's Pilchard pasta. So a little bit of that Pilchard and pasta. I can't even talk. Guys, this is transporting me back to Erez. I can still taste how it used to, taste, and I'm actually emotional, but make sure you give it a try, watch the full episode, and make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Sifo's Kitchen Rules, I'm out. Bye.